Hello friends, farmhands and fellow adventurers, and welcome to the Hodgepodge Tavern. I'm your DM Carl, and today we're stepping through the portal to the Infinite Planes. Woo! Let's discover our forgotten memories. Alongside you we have our players.
Hi, I am Philippe, and I play D, the Wizard.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Philippe, and I play Sprite.
Excuse me?
Also known as Alex.
All the feminists are screaming.
I know. I thought I would just reset us 5 years or so.
It's fun.
So yeah, I'm Philippe's piece, and I play. No, sorry.
On the side?
Wow.
Side piece, yeah. I play.
Every time
Sprite
you talk, feminism just rolls back like a couple of years.
It's like one of those little tickers.
Yeah.
I'm just a woman. I'm here.
Who do you play? What's your character's name?
Sprite, also known as Marigold. Fairy Paladin / Dryad Fairy Hybrid.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm Alex. I'm an independent person all by my own right.
Yes.
Well done, baby.
And I can vote.
These people of great sin are living in the same space, unwed.
We're just friends!
You fallen woman, you prostitute!
Horrible people.
Jezebel!
I can say there is no money involved.
He said, sadly. Oh no, wait, wouldn't be sadly.
Happily.
Oh yeah, 'cause that's how that works.
And I am Kyle. I play Hashkar. I'd be showing you a picture if I had one. Showing you a character sheet if I had one. And I'd be showing you a player's handbook if I had one. I don't have any of those today. But Hashkar is...
What it does have is a particular set of skills.
This is not Hashkar, but this is... Imagine something more handsome.
With a remarkable bowl cut.
Can anyone?
Can you though?
You can. He is, or they are the perfect being, unconcerned of anything aside from their own goals.
You can be really focused when you don't have genitals.
Real,
Wow.
real,
Here you go.
real advertising for eunuchs here. But yeah,
You could get so much done in your day.
Yeah.
he's cool. He's cool, and he will hopefully not die before I get to accomplish what I've set out for them to do.
We'll find out.
We'll see.
The way you play, Kyle.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
He's lived this far.
Barely.
You mean survived? Is this far?
I'm Josh. I play Link, a son of hell who has a glorious devilish army that is at your disposal whenever you need it, if you are willing to pay the price.
Unfortunately, I barked my soul already.
Did you say what class you play?
Yes.
You did.
No, I'm a bard. I don't know.
Hi everyone, I'm Kim, she, her, and I play Brady. That goes by they, them. I can't remember what form they're currently in. I think they're in their birth form, which is quite feminine. And they are a monk and a changeling.
Excellent. So,
You can tell it's been a while since we've done this.
it's
You're
been
like,
a while since we've done this. And it's been a while since I tried to figure out what the hell happened last time. So,
That's right.
you went to the Wandering Treant Inn
Mm-hmm.
and proclaimed yourself. That was the session beforehand.
Mhm.
Since then, you have had a little conversation amongst each of you with various members of the Aeon acting troupe.
It was murder mystery episode last time, wasn't it?
It was inadvertent.
Without a murder.
Everyone suspects that there is a
Murder
murder mystery going
I,
on.
I pretty much, I think, started this whole thing, and I'm
You started a
Not
witch
sure,
hunt, and
yeah.
now you need to hunt a witch.
now there needs to be a witch.
Yes, you interrogated or interviewed, depending on who was doing the conversationing, various members of the acting troupe, and there is suspected foul play, specifically from Hashkar, but his insidious views and suspicions have infected the mind of everyone else.
Absolutely.
These people are actors, okay. They're
And-
suspicious by nature.
Sprite very instantly had a conversation with the Treant.
That was so wholesome.
It was
It
so
was
wholesome.
Just happened.
It was
It was so
all
wholesome.
bodily fluids.
Just because it happened to
Stout trunk,
involve
right?
loads of innuendo.
Stout trunk, that was
It's-
his name.
Yes, stout trunk.
His trunk was pretty stout.
I don't know if this is going to be important, but the owner of the Wandering Treant, or the person that takes care of Stout Trunk, is Elisor?
Elisor Farge.
Elisor Farge.
It's a very fancy name.
We have,
And is that the Aarakocra?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, we have a Hobgobbo doing security named Henry, who replaced the Minotaur Astaroth of the acting group. We have Forsyth, who's not there anymore.
Yep.
Fortinth
Fortin.
was a female gnome. We have Castor, a male. Oh, jeez, there's a lot of notes here. Arvenia, halfling male. Hortensia, elf, goes by they, them. Krek, a kobold, male. Trisharia, an air genasi.
Trisharia, yes.
Trisharia. Krek is the stagehand.
And you had a friend, maybe lover
Yes.
from before, but we haven't met that person
Called
yet.
Annie,
Annie, that's
who
it.
we believe is a tout in Sigil.
Yes.
Goes by she, her, possibly. Oh, and I found out my death. I died while doing a stupid climbing thing on the center spire when I could have just walked up. And that's apparently where my fear of heights stemmed from. Wasn't scripted, total accident. Love
Complete
it.
accident. Yeah, that pretty much sums up. The only other thing is, I don't think it's really been mentioned or brought up.
Mhm.
There is Mopan,
Ooh, who dat?
the acting musician of the group.
Oh no, I don't have that.
The first cello to Link's second cello.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and we found out Link was actually not part of the group. He was just a session
Yeah, I was a fill-in
fill-in.
while you were at the
A
college.
mere fill-in.
Yeah. What was the name
I
of
was,
the musician again?
Mopan, M-O-P-I-N.
It stings Josh so deeply, like any kind of comment that indicates that he's not the best at his job.
They are a gift their eye.
I love it.
Ooh. Do we know
That was the
pronouns
feature act,
or
the guest.
and or sex?
Presents male.
Thank you.
Plays a one-man band.
One man band. I love it. I really hope there's like a drum on the foot
Yep.
and a harmonica
Yep.
and a lute.
It literally
and
is
then
the one-man band.
when they do
whole
the thing, that little
Yeah.
symbol on their shoulder goes.
Does he do like all the Foley, like the sound effects and stuff as well?
Does everything.
Nice, yeah.
yeah, Link was Jimmy Nicol.
What?
Jimmy Nicol.
That's gone right over my head.
He is best known for replacing Ringo Starr in the Beatles.
Why did they replace
Temporarily?
Yeah, temporarily.
I was gonna say, nobody noticed.
Ringo Starr was like
Was he after
hospitalized or something.
paternity leave or something?
Probably
Okay.
drugs or something.
Probably. He's a rock
Paternity
star.
leave from the 60s.
Yeah.
Hey man, the Beatles are still playing sometimes.
So,
Love that.
we ended the session after everyone had come back from interviewing their individuals,
Mhm.
and it was getting sort of later on in the evening at that point. And I think everyone was going to rest up after having this conversation
Mhm.
Sounds
and
good.
start afresh the next morrow. So we'll start in the next morning.
Joe would know,
Still
but
with
he
us.
farts in his sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two are usually in a different room, but the two
No,
of
I
us
know,
are-
but I can usually hear him.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens.
Go right
when I
here.
sleep in.
What's that smell?
Yeah. It's usually early mornings.
And he
You're
talks
off on
in
your
sleep
run
too.
by
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Hmm.
He doesn't know. Just we usually say like a skunk walked in or something. We spare his
It
feelings.
wouldn't be very
It's
dignified.
always the
Yeah.
same fucking skunk.
Yeah, it's following you around now.
Wait, he's back!
Be more concerned
Yeah.
if you're being followed.
Someone
Yeah.
killed that skunk.
Followed us through all these planes.
Shit, maybe it's a druid following us for the bounty that's on our head. We should really check into that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is a made up skunk.
Hmm.
We've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah. We do
Uh,
have a bounty on the hoods.
You know, I did want to say, I didn't say this yesterday, but as fun as this acting troupe does seem to be, I am very happy to be traveling around with you lot. And I think if I've learned anything from my time exercising my past demons, as it were, family is the people you choose to surround yourself with, and I'm glad to have you all as family. Even if it's only for a short time.
Yeah.
Has been enjoyable for the most part.
Tree sap, anyone?
I'll drink to that.
There's a top in here?
Alright. So what's the plan? Are we going to find Brady's body? Maybe body?
Oh shit.
I suppose that is
Mm-hmm.
What's-
prudent
Yeah.
if you want to carry on this investigation.
Are you gonna try and beat my record for climbing that center spire?
yeah. For longest distance fold.
Uh-huh.
You only have to
Before
survive
Dave.
to beat the record.
That's true.
Or are you just gonna walk it up like a sensible?
I think I'll give it a go.
Oh.
Every mountain that I've gone up so far, I have just felt stronger, more agile.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm gonna give it a go.
some sort of strange universal miracle that happens with you and mountains.
Well, I'll keep my Shrine of Lakshmi on me, and
Besides, if it gets too hard, you can just jump back on to the path, right?
yeah, it'll be
It's
fine.
not like you'll fall to your death or anything.
Oh yeah. All right.
Is it too soon to be making these jokes?
I think if anyone can,
I
Brady
don't
can.
remember it, so I'm sure it's fine.
In that vein, I have heard of magical abilities that allow one to communicate with the dead.
Mm.
Really?
Now,
Oh, like clerics and shit?
I suppose so,
Mm.
but I'm not well versed in these particular arts, but I know it can be done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, supposing that if we do, I suppose we have to find a body first before I ask this question, but if we do find a body,
Shit.
that would be that would carry very interesting.
So we could talk to dead Brady?
It depends.
But I'm Brady.
Because we could be talking upon to the memory that exists within the body, and not the spirit of Brady. Because surely that's the spirit of Brady
right here,
right
right.
there. But if
Is
it
my
is,
soul is in this body?
yeah, I would guess so.
I wonder if are we even gonna find a body in there, or is this
Yes.
body the body?
That is what I'm wondering too. Perhaps we will not find anything. The only evidence that I haven't really no evidence for this is more a thought of the people that have
Maybe
found
Lucretian
them.
would know. Would Lucretian
Yeah, he might know.
have some
Seems like he's kind of
experience?
back.
Because he's kind of creepy, like, area of
Yeah. Lucretian,
Yeah, yes.
we've got a question about souls.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. We thought you might be the man to ask.
Delicious.
Yummy.
So,
Yes, you can put them in a stir fry.
yeah. I'll get the recipe off you later.
They also run those backs real nice.
Yes, I do.
So, when Brady died,
Yes.
what happened what happened to their body? Like, so we turned up on the River Styx, right? Was that
In our bodies.
do we get a new body at that point? Is that like, is our physical body taken out of like the mortal world? How does that work first?
Did it like shimmer and disintegrate
Yeah.
and then reform down in the river?
So, it's a bit of an interesting point you bring here. Many philosophers in the seven hells of, or the nine hells have many theories upon this. You got a new body. Kind of.
So if we dug up Brady's grave,
Yes.
would there be a body in
Most likely, unless somebody's moved it.
there? Okay, so that's part A.
Okay.
Part B,
What?
Souls.
if we talk to the body.
Oh, well, I mean, is it gonna have the memories of, like, you know... I don't know. What am I asking?
If we are somehow able to communicate with that body, would we be communicating with my soul? Or the memories left within, like, the tissue of the brain? I mean, I'm no scientist, but
It works off of your spirit.
Did Brady just say communicate with their asshole?
a spirit.
Yes.
So my spirit's here, right?
Yes.
So if we were trying to contact the body, it would just be contacting me?
Correct.
Huh.
So we're technically undead.
In a manner of speaking. Essentially, as I said, the whole philosophy behind it is very interesting. You should go see the scholars. The ones down in this. They have plenty of theories on this, but when you die,
Let's put that on our list of places to go.
your soul gets reformed in Avernus.
Okay.
As long as you're in Avernus, your soul is intangible. It's can experience, but in and of itself is not whole. The moment you leave Avernus with your soul, it takes physical form. Normally, we take the souls, we put them in the, we put them in the pits, and they get reformed as devils.
Or those,
the little worm thing.
the wormy
So-
things.
Or the one things. It depends on how important you are.
I would guess that, not to toot our own horns, but not everyone, first of all, is lucky enough to break away from that fate, but also strong or capable enough to escape Avernus anyway. So I don't think what we did is very common.
Well,
It is not. This is why the philosophers talk about it and not the historians.
See?
also,
Oh.
we kind of didn't break away. I mean,
I think it was a mistake that we were.
yeah, I think that was just like an accident or an
Was it,
attack
though?
or something. But like, I don't know if we did that.
There was a dead body on that shore, at least one, right?
Yeah, something
There were
bad.
at
There
least two.
Two, right?
Yeah.
That's something that we still don't know.
We don't know. what
Somehow
happened.
we escaped.
We escaped somehow,
Regardless,
yeah.
regardless of through our intervention or a benefactor or a riot, what do you call it when on the boats?
Mutiny.
Mutiny.
Mm.
So
Lucretia, for us to have had our own corporeal bodies that look and feel like the ones we had before, what does that mean in terms of how important we are?
Well, that usually gets decided by the Amnesu.
Amnesu. Who are they again?
They're the ones that look over the River Styx. They'll look on their list of contracts, people who are due to be
And
sectioned.
who writes those lists?
Wow. The leader of the Amnesus.
Mm-hmm. And does the leader take orders from anyone else?
Not necessarily. They're given the list of contracts that have been redeemed.
Mm-hmm.
They evaluate the abilities of the individuals
Mm-hmm.
and then determine what they're going to be put in as.
Okay, so we might have just been like really good at what we do. That's why we were chosen. It's not necessarily that we wronged someone or impressed someone higher up.
Could be.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that we'd all made some kind of pact with a demon or a devil or something, and that is what got us there. But
we may have just been people in need.
yeah,
Or
someone
it
that
could
they
have
needed
been-
for their armies.
Well,
Could have been someone had friends in low places
Mm-hmm.
helping us out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does pay
Yeah.
to be a prince.
I wonder. Yeah.
or one of us, created some sort of. One of us could have started a fire on the ship if we were on the ship.
That's true.
Could have been so many things. Well, maybe one day we'll know.
Why were we on it?
We're on it because our soul belongs to someone. We made a deal. We know yours.
Well, we know mine.
We kind of know mine.
Mm-hmm. We've at least got an inkling of what yours is all about.
And we definitely
Let's not
feel
jump to
like
conclusions.
in a past life you wanted something
Yeah.
and you traded for it, but it didn't go your way.
Man, you would hope if you trade your soul for the freedom of a bunch of slaves that would actually like turn out okay.
I don't know if that's what I traded it for.
Well, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's true. We don't.
But also, it seems like any kind of deal that we've made ended up biting us in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the way.
There's nothing for free. Nothing is given for free, that's for sure.
There's every possibility that there may be somebody that has an interest in you, and you may be there. So it depends on what's on the list.
Maybe we're overthinking it.
Love to get my hands
Perhaps.
on that list.
And so would many people.
I would love to go talk to dear Papa soon. I think.
Yes, let's do that now.
Soon. Well, I
I'm
said
not
soon.
sure. I'm not sure dear Papa will let you go once you reach your destination.
Mm.
It'll be a one-way travel ticket.
Perhaps. I'm sure I'd be able to come up with some sort of deal.
Also, you have your family back now.
I know, and it would be good to go and visit them, but
You can resume your studies. Actually, become good at music playing.
aha.
Wow.
Get a real job, like a real troupe.
That's not fair. You're quite proficient.
I'm doing perfectly fine. I'm one of the few people that is still on the same path that they were before, unlike some of us who were scrounging around in graves and binding souls. So I
I
don't
mean, if
think
you think about it, your faction should be quite proud of you because technically you are undead now, which means you have reached the pinnacle of.
Shit, I quit it.
You've
started
reached
from the bo-
enlightenment.
I'm starting from the bottom again.
Alright, so speaking of bodies again, if we go and find Brady's body, we're probably not going to find out much then, are we? We're going to find some mouldery old bones.
We could find out what was the cause of death if there was any physical.
If the equipment is there, we may see if there's tampering.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been buried with the equipment.
We don't know.
We don't
That's a
know.
bit morbid, isn't it?
People are buried with things all the time.
If it's broken, why would you take it off the body?
It's a bit of ceremony. You didn't.
And perhaps
If someone was
Perhaps.
run over by a cart, you wouldn't bury them with a cart.
What would you like to do? This is your body.
That's true.
I think it would be interesting to see what is in that grave.
Mm.
It might give us more answers in terms of, philosophical questions and all that, and some tangible questions like, if I was buried with my belt of trinkets, it's here, not there. That would be interesting. But Hashkar, it seemed like you were going somewhere earlier with your train of thought. Did we just take you off the tracks? I'm sorry.
Spirits and souls are very different things.
That body might provide evidence, one way or another.
Mhm.
Evidence to this investigation and evidence for our current state of being. The absence of an answer might be an answer in itself.
Mm.
Mhm.
It
I
will
agree.
clear things up, if nothing else.
Plus,
That's true.
If we record this, in a way, we may be able to answer a few philosophical questions ourselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
The school, is that on this side of the spire?
Yes, it
Prosperity,
is.
isn't it?
Prosperity.
Prosperity. So, I mean, it makes sense if we're on that side of the spire. It makes sense to go to your college first, really, and then
I was going to
hop on
say,
over.
where is the tree going? I mean, we could just
That's
sit at the tree and just
Where is
revel.
the tree going?
So the tree is.
I think the tree was going kind of that way, wasn't it?
It's coming this way
Yeah.
through the Golden Hill, so it's
Oh.
next.
Because it was
probably
like
gonna-
further. It was further towards the spire.
Forget that.
Head towards the Miffle Forge.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, my plan was going to just have a holiday on the tree while it takes us where we need to
What
go.
happened?
Spend the next 3 months just chilling.
What happens when it reaches the end of the map? Does it fall off the end, or does
boop.
it come back over
It
there?
comes back over the other side.
So it goes around.
So if it's still going around that way, we could just chill out till.
All the way.
We can ask the tree how long it's going to take to get to prosperity if it ever gets that close. But it's just an idea. We could do a lot of downtime activities while that happens.
That's true.
Or we could just make way to prosperity on it, as the raven flies, the crow flies.
Either way, it's a destination. We should probably head to it.
We've been on the move for a very long time.
It's been
There are
what,
reasons, of
4
course.
weeks?
Well, it's,
Oh no, because we've been to the Beast Lands, so
Mm.
time kind of got lost. out
it
of
feels like a very long time. What I
Yeah.
mean is, it's a long. Even 4 weeks is a long time to be
True.
on the move. On the move.
True.
True.
What shall we do? Gather our supplies, get our donkey and ride?
I think we should head off. As much as it is nice here, we are also hunted, remember?
This is
And we're
true.
putting everyone at risk.
And I think if we stay still, not that the tree is necessarily still, but if we stay in a known location,
We're still a sitting target.
Yeah.
word's going to get around. I mean, people talk about me all the time. It's hard to really stop
It's hard
them.
not to, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just so handsome and charismatic
And obnoxious.
And talented.
oh,
Hey,
That's
mildly
definitely.
talented and
Disregarding all this, we should keep note that while a bounty on us
humbling
is
experience for me.
quite dangerous, it is not exactly one that will attract particularly heavy hitters. As far as I'm aware, it's only a bounty for D and his abandonment of his organization.
is that true, Lucretion?
Yes, that's what the bounty's for. Obviously, other people may be searching for you. For your other reasons, but...
That's good to know. That's
But
good.
in terms of bounty hunters, might be the low fry. We could if we want, we could advertise D in a particular location for a pickup, and then ambush the bounty hunters, and then harvest them for loot and treasure.
Mhm.
And XP.
Several times.
XP.
Like, several
Several
times.
times.
Harvest is such a graphic word.
It is really.
Farm. Sounds less graphic.
I feel like you could do with a new liver.
Look,
We still do this.
I'm
Always
trying
up
to
there.
fund the revolution here with a character that is not the guy.
It has 0 money.
Has zero money and zero like proclivities to earn money. Okay.
We just
You
need
know-
an army.
We
If
could
we need money, we do have that contact in Sigil.
and we could raid every village from here to prosperity as we go. It's a joke. It's a joke. Joke.
A branch
I
just
don't
comes and
feel
slaps you.
good about that.
Okay.
Joke.
So do we stay on the tree all the way around, or do we head off to the spire now? The central thing.
I say Spire.
I say we ride, but do we need to go to the spire?
I thought that was where the body was buried.
The
Oh,
body
oh,
is
so we're not-
here.
The body's on the other side, at the base of the other
The
side of the
college.
So
spire.
do we want to go
I think we
body
should go
first
college.
or college
then
first?
Okay, yeah,
body.
college, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
'Cause there's no point in us crossing this fire twice if we don't need to, because the portal to get out of here is on the other side, right? In Shirok?
It's Yeoman, right?
Uh,
At the fountain.
Yes.
Oh, I might have misunderstood
We
there.
have to give a
I'm sorry.
do a gift, and then we.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I
mind.
do have the carpet as well. That may make it easier for one of us to go to the other side real quick if we need to.
True.
I honestly do not mind which one we do first. Whatever makes sense on the map.
Let's just have a look at the map, and if
Yeah.
the college is sort of on the way, do that on the way.
So you'd have to go past the spire to get to the college. Oh, unless you stay with the tree, in which case it will wander itself back around.
Can without role playing it, can Stout Tree tell us how long it would take to get to Prosperity if we stayed with him?
The rate that he travels at, it will probably take you about 3.5 weeks.
It's quite a long time.
It's not as long as I thought, but it is a long time.
And if we walked, rode, flew,
If you where were you at the moment? If you
think
travelled
there.
from where you are, to be fair, either way, it'll probably take you about 2 weeks.
So we
I
would
So it's
be-
maybe not that much
I
we,
mean,
we could
different.
have a rocky montage. Rising up.
Yeah.
Back on the street, and we could be level 5 by the time we get.
Just standing at the edge of the tree and just like zapping animals as they're going
What?
past. Like
yeah, I can imagine the
2 XP,
branches,
3
like
XP, 4 XP.
traveling, and you're like jumping over them. Like,
As
I'm
an
just, like,
actual thing,
performing
what
with the
can
tree.
we do in terms of like downtime activities that are available
On the
in the
tree.
tree?
So you can train in specific skills. If you
It's
You could
4
become a good
weeks.
music player.
It's 4 weeks, isn't it, of downtime
I'm a fucking
activity?
great
11
music
weeks.
player. I'm better than
11
any of the
weeks.
people here.
This is Josh saying it
Jesus
as well.
Christ.
It's like, do not
Yeah, yeah.
besmirch my character, motherfucker.
So it's 11 weeks of training in order to get a new proficiency.
We could get halfway there.
If you get
Quarter way.
into specific locations
Mm-hmm.
that they'll be travelling around and through, you can pop off and do other things in those locations.
We could do money.
How much can a what the fuck do I do? The fancy.
Scribbler?
Scribe.
Calligraphy,
Scribbler?
scribe.
How much can a calligrapher make in a week? In like 3 weeks of travel, selling calligraphy.
You just sell like hope. Like it just
Live.
Yeah.
live.
Laugh.
Or like hate, and they can burn it to like burn the hate away and stuff.
Yeah.
that's actually quite smart.
No, I want modern farmhouse
Do it.
calligraphy
Yes.
on little wooden planks,
Yes.
selling them to the locals.
Yes.
Teach the kids up to read and write.
Bring me to all the housewives. I will.
Wait, whoa,
Wow.
whoa, what was that?
I will write these terrible like
Slogans.
slogans for
Oh,
their kitchens.
no one like you enter sober and leave drunk, or like
Yep.
you
Yeah.
must, everyone in his happy and his family is happy.
It's
Yeah.
gin o'clock.
Yeah.
Bless this mess.
Bless.
So you could do some crafting. As I said, if you go into different locations,
If you want a sandwich, make it yourself.
Yes.
then you can obviously do some tasks in those places. You've got you got research. You can do.
How many
Downtime
scrolls can I make
training.
and sell?
Depending on the resources that you have available to you.
How much money can we make? with less
2,000 gold worth of paper. I don't have that.
Bring me all your paper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, every day I could just keep making a paper machine. And you could get get the tree and just keep grinding it down into paper. No, we
It
shouldn't
takes.
do
You
that.
gotta
We
make it into
could.
pulp
I
and
know,
then
it's a
set
big
it.
process.
It's a big thing.
I know magic. There is a way.
So if you're trying to make scrolls, scrolls will be.
Or just time skip.
Oh, you can just type it.
We can time skip, but there must be a benefit.
Yeah.
I need money.
Yeah, fair.
If you're looking for like jobs and tasks and things to do, traveling will probably be best because there's loads of farms
Okay.
between here and there.
Manual labour. Oh,
I mean, there are other things that
oh
you
no,
can do.
no.
Pest problems and so on and so forth.
Oh, like giant rats.
I can sing the bees away.
Yeah.
I am
Could be
not
like, "Come on,
wrangling
rats."
any more
You
of
can
this
say,
chicken.
and bees to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Waggle dance.
Yeah.
I'll teach you waggle dance. Find
You need
it.
to
Yeah,
waggle the
rats.
track.
I do acrobatics and.
Do an acrobatic.
Can we
thing.
say something like we do whatever would maximize our income?
Yes. Let's do that because we've been
If
talking
there's,
about
if there's an opportunity between money and experience, I'll take experience. But if it's only money, I'll take money.
Basically,
Sounds
I'll take
good.
anything.
4 weeks of odd job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and convince like everyone I meet as well that like he's the
Oh.
one.
You're
I had
pro.
that. Yeah.
You can definitely do that.
Oh, it's my job.
Quality.
It's literally my job, guys. Okay, but I didn't
Literally
choose it.
life.
It's a calling.
You're,
Have you heard about our great one saviors?
My name is Elder Sprite.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I got to talk about that. The
We-
most amazing treat.
oh my god.
Oh, I'm getting season 1 of Adventure Zone vibes now. So much.
Funnily enough, we do find occasionally pristine religious books being left in the place that I work. And,
Oh yeah.
it could be lost property, but they are like brand new.
Yes.
And
For the red bow on.
Or maybe someone will see this and
Yes.
suddenly convert to
Yes.
Catholicism or whatever.
they're brand new, and also there are some that are just like, very much share this message.
That's like reverse shoplifting.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Just
So-
slip it in. Like,
I
next
always
to the
bring the
ammunition.
kid to my new house.
Just do a little switcheroo here.
Yeah.
So, the probably the easiest and best way for you to spend time will be to actually be traveling rather than banking on the trade,
Okay.
because you'll have a lot more access to people that will be willing to give you
Yeah.
tasks and jobs and stuff like that.
These are
Like
like
we-
rich ass farmers, aren't they?
They are really rich ass farmers,
Do not loot
Yeah.
This
them.
place.
but they do not do handouts.
Okay.
I am willing to. This character is willing to work.
I like to do
I'm also
honest work.
very much willing for Ashgar to work.
Yeah, so yeah,
I'll
that would
negotiate
probably be
prices.
the most effective way, the safest
Yes.
thing
Middleman.
Make a trade.
Yeah.
is by going by train.
Alright.
Yeah, it's safer though.
What are we gonna face? Like
That's pretty safe around.
30 to 50 feral hogs?
Yeah.
Don't jinx it.
I don't know. Like this place seems to be easy to get to. Bad
We
people
haven't
can get
run
us here
into
as well.
anything.
Narrator.
Yeah.
It was not easy to get to.
Let me tell you how I got this myself in this situation.
And it was at that moment he knew he fucked up.
We're gonna time skip. Black screen. 2 hours later. Carnage.
Dead, yeah.
Scenes missing.
Alright, so just to move things along,
Yes,
we'll
sorry.
go
By foot.
By
What?
foot.
Why
do
Doing jobs on the way.
working things. And
Do
use
you-
getting
Doing,
the money.
doing hand
Well,
jobs
nice.
on the
I'll
way.
negotiate the best prices I can. Yep.
We will provide
Handyman
entertainment.
job.
Handyman
Maybe
jobs.
single labor if need be.
Or hand jobs.
I love the idea of taking around offering hand jobs to like little ladies.
Listen, whatever pays.
Lady in
Sprite-
London.
Sprite is spreading a good word.
Yep.
What are you? Would you
I am I'm balancing nicely on my carpet as I move forward.
Yeah. When we stop at these farm things, are you doing anything?
If there
else?
is
Are
an
you-
opportunity for an age such as myself.
Yep.
I mean, these guys need contracts. Do they need contracts? Do they have any kind of financial agreements or, like, because I'm this is what I do, right?
Yeah.
I'm good about
You're
the
a
laws.
clerk.
Well,
I have a job for Hashgar.
No.
Ooh.
I will pay you out of my own pocket.
do you
Oh
even
no,
have
no.
money?
Not like that. I have money. Can you guys lend me some?
Actually,
And we have your daughter as well in male dwarf form. They can help us with physical labor.
Yeah.
25%
Help us with
interest.
his physical jobs.
Yeah.
Well, given your skills, while I'm spreading the good word,
Yeah.
maybe you could make me some flyers with Realicki's,
You know what?
like,
It's not a bad idea.
sigil.
Sure.
Anything for that cat.
And I'll pay.
I will be very happy to
Because-
do your religious work. Spread the word of the good Lord.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you interested in converting?
No.
to-
One step too far.
So in
You lost.
terms of magical capacities, depending on who you end up talking to, casting simple spells like identifying, cure wounds, and
Yeah.
things like that.
Mind spike.
You can get something like 10 to 50 gold pieces per cast.
Percasts. Percast, you say?
I love this.
Depending on who you negotiate with and how well you manage to negotiate with them.
Okay.
That makes it even simpler. 'Cause I was thinking like, the legalities of like, we're gonna do the agreement, and I would have to write it down. But you do that. You do the right stuff.
I was thinking you would be like, hey, we need to someone to boil this like cider
Yeah,
still.
I'm thinking like
There's
just
some
caustic
magic
brew.
fire.
Like if there's a tree stump that needs melting down, I'll acid the shit out of
You
that.
could help people move really heavy things
I can
with your
up
disc.
to like 500 pounds.
That's
1,000
amazing.
pounds.
If they're doing like lumber jobs and stuff,
Yeah.
sometimes that's really difficult.
I got a cantrip called shape water. I can water the plants.
That's probably quite useful.
I can watch. I
From
can.
all my experience on farms in Stardew Valley, that would be really useful.
How much is a
You're the farm hand.
How much water is in a 5-foot cube of water?
That's a lot of water.
The
Okay,
official
so-
quote is,
So-
look
How
how
are we
we
gonna do this? Are we just gonna tally up all the shit you tell us what we can do, what we can't do, or?
Yeah, you can make a little note. You can decide what you want to do in and of your days based off of your capacity. So
Yeah.
skilled labour gets you 2 gold pieces a day from these wealthy farmers.
Skilled manual labor.
140 liters. So that's a lot of fucking water I can use.
Google how much water it takes
2
to
gold pieces.
water a field.
Okay. How about
They're
that?
not going to be like
Okay.
industrial size field.
So that's what skilled labour. Casting first or second level spells that are useful utility spells for people is 10 to 50 gold pieces based on negotiation.
50, 5-0.
Can I roll for negotiation to see
Oh,
the
yeah.
course of the?
We'll get
Okay,
across to that,
cool.
yes.
Okay. Cool. That's
so
a thing.
there were those options, and the skilled labour would also go along the lines of your cartography skills and stuff like that, calligraphy skills and stuff like that.
I've
If
got
you want
proficiency in painting supplies as well.
there you go. If you want to go down the route of legal stuff like drafting up contracts and stuff like that, again that will be down to negotiations. You don't have any terms of references
No.
for that things like
Just
with
legalese.
the skilled labour you can actively see the thing, whereas these people have no way of knowing whether your legal advice is
Good or not.
Real.
good or not. So again, that would come down to a negotiation fee.
I could
Would it
just-
matter if I was from the place that the faction I'm with?
Unless it does.
Yeah,
Depends on what you're trying to accomplish.
like being an arbiter, let's say.
I'm
like
also
in,
a faction
in
of that.
disputes.
That is the
Or
signers that
block
do that.
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
The sign of one. They run the hall of speakers, which is the arbitration stuff.
How much did you say per spell?
10 to 50.
5-0.
Depending on
Depending on
Depending on
negotiation.
negotiation.
And depending on what the utility of that spell is, whether they want or need it.
Comprehend languages. They probably got a book that they are not able to read. I could read it for them.
Maybe they got a horse or whatever that just won't work, and you can talk to them.
You can talk to them.
I have no idea.
Well,
Or
anyway,
play make-
I
yeah,
just-
in a
let's
game,
roll.
make believe. Yeah.
My idea is
Doesn't matter.
to spend.
Doesn't matter.
Like, if we're staying in a place and working for a day, I can spend all my spells. But if we're moving, I may save some to not get caught with my pants down.
As you travel, I will still be doing
We should try it sometime.
encounters.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah.
skilled manual labor,
Idea.
casting spells, got legal documents, which you didn't actually give us a price.
So in
negotiation.
terms of legal services, if you're able to wheel and negotiate your way in, that's probably going to be about 5 gold pieces.
Okay, and then the other thing was busking / performances.
Okay.
So acrobatics and cool changing of my forms and your amazing skills at music and singing. Could you give me some paper?
So
yeah.
that would be a
Realised.
that would be a roll to determine whether the people that you are
Disappear.
approaching
Yeah.
would be agreeable
Yeah,
with.
Okay.
Because from your experience, it's very like hit and miss as to whether people actually see
Oh,
that
this
as
is
something that's
interesting.
viable.
I'm gonna convert.
work.
Okay. So if we get a successful roll, like if they're into it.
I'll put it on the same price as skilled labour, so it'll be 2 gold pieces per day.
Okay. So I put here busking 0 to 2 gold pieces a day based on a roll.
Yes.
Skill manual labor we don't need to roll for. That's right.
Regular skilled manual labour, you don't need to roll for.
Jobs for us.
I have
That sounds good.
magic mouth, so you could make.
I'm so sorry.
You could do. It comes in handy
It
sometimes.
just sounds like
Um,
me, doesn't it? Magic
So you
spell.
could write the pamphlet, and then if you told me what to say, I could have the pamphlet speak something like whenever someone picks it up.
No, this
we
is
were
where
just saying that having the paper disappear, like ethereally, would be like quite a cool effect. Like, you know,
skywrite would actually be helpful.
It's very-
Sorry.
No one expects that.
We could also like ask for like bark from the tree or from you if you are a fucking tree,
Yeah.
and I can write. Oh, it's just kids, but it's really cool for converting to the god of nature.
Yeah.
That's true.
Whatever the hell.
We could do some pyrography.
Why is there god? What do you do? Convince me. Proselytize.
wow. I mean, I can't do it when you put me on the spot.
You do what I was looking. I can make something move with my eyes, but only when I was looking.
But yeah, I'll write like worship this god for these reasons on a real thematic piece of.
Like the 10 Commandments kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh shit! Oh shit! It's a tablet of wood.
yeah.
Goddess of forest creatures.
There we go. Perfect. It works out.
I'll do a draft.
All right.
I mean, there's got to be a lot of
I'll
forest
pitch
around
you
here, so
like
it's
an
like,
idea.
surely you'd be able to convince some farmers to like,
Worship
expand me a
trees.
licky here and there, like.
You could always say that it would help them with their crops.
Yeah,
and
pray for the
stuff
The animals want to come out of the forest and eat their crops.
Okay.
It sounds like an extortion.
Extortion. It does sound
If
extortion.
you don't pray, those boars down here.
The real shame if
Oh
they
yeah,
lost
and
them
then
in
we
the
have
forest. People don't grow up.
potential pest control.
Exactly.
Took away the
So
children.
with regards to pest
You never know what could happen.
it'll probably be a little bit more gold.
Yeah.
The way that I would do that is we'll probably have one actual combat scenario, and then based on the outcome of that, I'll be able to determine how effective you are with the amount of damage that can be affected to the local area of the additional ups and stuff.
Rats in the basement. Rats in the basement. Please, rats in the basement.
Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
they're
I've
level
got 5
4.
things
When's the
here
past that?
written down. Let's do it. I will say goodbye to everyone in the troop.
So Damon will approach you and say,
Hey there, Damon.
"Hello there. Are you sure that I can't convince you to stay and rejoin the troop?
You want me back even after all the trouble it caused?
Of course. You could no trouble. Your skills are exceptional."
Oh, Damon. And I just give him a big hug. Just like arms over
And
his
he'll
shoulders.
hug you back and he'll squeeze and lift you up.
Aw. Damon, that is such a tempting offer. I do have some work with my fellow adventurers that I must complete first. But,
Then you'll be sad to leave.
can I look you up when all that's done?
Certainly. Should you desire some more work in the thespian culture, then you have always got a space in the AL acting troupe.
That is wonderful to hear. It's been strange but wonderful to reacquaint myself with all of you. I wish you all the best until I see you again.
And you can see he's starting to tear up.
Damon! Just run my little thumb over his cheek to wipe the tear away.
I hate to see you leave again.
And I'll rig it around in my little bag, and I've got this little feather that was in my hair when I woke up. I'll take it out. I'll tuck it behind his ear. Something to remember me back till we see each other again.
And he properly starts bawling.
I start crying too. We just hug it out. Hug it out.
And you start watering stout bark. And you see a little flower start to
Oh,
sprig itself out of the ground.
it surely is a wonderful, magical place. That's it.
Ah!
Oh.
If I keep holding you, you will never leave!
Really,
That's
just,
true.
causing you trouble.
I'll cause you trouble in a moment, bucko! We're having a moment here!
Alright.
And after a little while, he'll let you go and calm down for a little bit.
Okay.
And you can see he takes a feather and he sort of tucks it into his little
Little pocket.
jacket pocket.
I love that guy. I'm not crying. He was the one that was crying. These are just tears from him.
Pollen from the tree.
Yeah.
He was pretty big. He was pretty cool.
Anyway, and I'll go say goodbye to everyone else. Who's the one that didn't like me? Hortensia?
Hortensia.
Hortensia?
Mm-hmm.
And I will present my hand to her as if to shake. They're present my hand to them as if to shake their
And
hands.
I'll shake your hand back. Roll me a perception check.
Oh, are they gonna poison me? That's a natural 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's a natural 20 with a +3.
So, when you approach them, initially, all you can smell is the overpowering smell of perfume. But you notice, lingering at the back of those scent receptors, the faint smell of sulfur.
Oh, shit.
Interesting. Hortensia, I know we were not the best of friends when I lived previously with y'all, but will you do me a favor? You look after Damon for me?
Certainly.
He's a big old soppy mess.
Yes, he is.
we'll see each other again.
Perhaps we will. And with that, you leave?
And I leave. Yeah.
No worries.
I think we're just different.
Oh, really?
I can smell from the past so far.
But I don't smell like sulfur. Do I smell like sulfur?
Yeah, you
Why has no one told
she
me
smelled,
this?
she smelled a bit like you.
Ah.
But like with a lot of perfume on top. Like she was trying to hide it.
Oh yeah, when we
So much better.
Wait a
when we
minute.
spoke
Your ears are pointy. Her ears are pointy. I thought she was an elf. We thought you were half elf. I mean, you're totally half elf.
Is she your sister?
I shouldn't be like
Maybe I should-
worried.
Maybe I should...
All tieflings are rated.
yeah.
You should.
This is
Is she our
this is
sister?
getting into dangerous territory
You
right
could
now.
like you could like go and talk to her like tiefling, see if she opens it to you.
Should I
I
come?
don't know if it's important. We
Yeah,
should probably
maybe.
get moving.
I think
I
I'm a
don't know.
tiefling.
I mean,
Does she hide the fact that?
Well, she puts perfume on.
yeah, she doesn't.
Everyone knows there's
She
an
appears
elf.
like an elf, doesn't she?
Everyone knows there's an elf. But like that other guy, that little dwarf guy, clearly a halfling.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Well, like-
maybe like everyone's got their
I
secrets.
resent these allegations!
Maybe, yeah, maybe I'll just,
I'm a dwarf!
maybe I'll just go and
I resent them.
say something. Say,
Go on.
all right. I'll tell Dee as well.
Should I come? I'll come.
You can come if you want. Yeah.
I will not be there because I don't want to. Oh, she doesn't like me, so they don't like shit. They don't like me.
Oh,
Yes?
Hi there.
he's such a naughty.
We are heading off. Just thought I'd, just doing the rounds. Thought I'd say goodbye.
I am also here to say goodbye.
You were with that strange one before, weren't you?
Which one?
Oh no, that
The one
was
with the bowl cut.
Hashkar. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't mind him. He's, he does his best. He doesn't really have the social graces. Obviously, he's not in the theatre. He doesn't understand people and the emotions and all this sort of thing. And I'll sort of like look around. I'll say, can we speak frankly?
What about? I'm not going to give you my signature or anything like that. I don't do autographs.
Oh no. As much as I would cherish that forever, that's not why I've come. I did notice, and I don't mean to be, impertinent. And I'll just sort of lean in and say, I think you and I may share a common heritage, and I will. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll see what she says.
She sort of scowls and says, I'm nothing like you.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
That's lovely perfume you're wearing.
Why, thank you.
It does a pretty good job. But to someone who knows what they're looking for, it doesn't cover everything.
I do not know what you're implying, but our conversation here is over.
Very well.
And with that, she'll just close the door.
Well,
So this is what you do. This is what you bring to the table.
and what have you brought?
I recorded this event, and I will tell everyone about it.
I brought you to the table, and you were that useful. So
Right, fireball. Is that what you want?
well, maybe. I think she'd be maybe not fireball. I think she'd be somewhat resistant.
Right, there you go.
One way to find out.
Are you
You
going
can
back?
hear that from the other side of the door.
Love it.
And I'll open it. Yes?
Forgive my companion here.
I don't know if I can.
I have a hard time myself, and I spend every day with him. But I think he.
I feel great sympathy for you, though.
I appreciate that.
I turn with him.
We come in we come with respect, and we come with the greatest of you know, we don't we mean no harm or we mean no disrespect.
No, of course, yeah.
We're just wondering why you would be, and no one will know of this or hear of this, but why would you be hiding your? Where you come from?
I'm not hiding anything. I do not know what you're referring to.
So if let's say then let's suppose let's go into the realm of fantasy at this point, and let's say that someone not you, but they look a lot like you, but they're not you, and they put a lot of perfume over the top of their clothes and themselves to mask the scent of sulfur, but it's not you, it's someone else, but it's not you. Why would they do such a thing? Do you have any? We're just talking hypothetically speaking.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah. Those stats to good use.
It's not good. But it's also not too bad.
Not good.
I am got a persuasion of 17. Actually, I have more than I thought.
That's not bad.
Alright.
Well, in this hypothetical, are we leaving? And she closes the door.
It's her business.
Thank you for your time.
We said thank you for your time! Thaumaturgy.
So good at pissing people off.
She does not respond.
I thought it was a good attempt.
Yeah, I mean, some people are not really open with it.
I could have masked that, hypothetical in a better way. It was quite forward.
I mean, she knew what we were talking about from the start.
Hmm.
She was definitely not willing to tell us.
Well, let's just go back. We got shit to do. Fuck her anyway.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go.
Why would you want to? Man, I quite like the smell of sulfur.
Yeah.
Natural.
Sort of warming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the
But-
toilet.
But did you
Little
start?
big.
Did you start? Now that you know that you're,
A half elf.
half elf, half something else.
Yeah.
Do you now realize that people, perhaps when you were at school and they were like, "Oh my God, what is that smell?" They were talking about you, or,
Well, I don't remember any of that, but I assume I was very popular, and people were not saying those sort of things.
why though?
Because of my person charm.
I see. Okay, well, delusion takes many forms. I'm only joking. Let's go.
All right.
Let's get out of here. This tree is. It's unnatural.
It is. For something very natural, it is somewhat unnatural.
Well, didn't get the autograph that we were expecting or were hoping for.
Our most charismatic member, everyone.
I wasn't allowed to roll charisma.
It's funny how you do always just like a swing and a miss
Yeah.
when it comes to charming the ladies.
So, do you have a ticket for the horse? Like, it can be reserved at the car park.
You me?
Yeah.
No, it's okay. I can just ask.
You don't have a ticket with a number and a key or a key?
Yeah, yeah.
Can I
It's okay. I can just go and
Garçon?
see my friend.
drive in pickup
I'm
order?
sure that Jeffrey.
It wasn't Jeffrey. It was something
No, it
else.
was
Oh my god.
Melody.
Melody, but
Oh.
that wasn't their real name, but they were fine with it.
They were fine with
Oh,
your
that's embarrassing.
Let's go. Did we resupply? Or did we even...
Yeah, I
Need
think
to
we'll
resupply?
buy whatever stores we need to make the
Yeah.
journey.
When you plane shifted out, a lot of your food supply is dissipated. I think you bought a few.
I still got some. Yeah.
So you still got some. I don't know how much you've got, but
But also, I don't think we need to buy more than like
A few
a
days.
day or two because like we're going to be stopping at farms.
Yep.
Alright.
So,
Working trip. Let's go.
excellent. Okay. We'll try and rattle through
A
some of this
week and a
quickly.
half of rations.
How much?
Week and a half of rations.
That'll be about fine then. So, what I will do is I'm going to bring up my encounter table. So I'm going to roll each day, and then tell me what it is that you're planning on doing in terms of downtime for that day.
Kill, pillage.
Whoa.
That, but in like legal manner.
Legal
So
manner. By work, by the sweat of our brow.
This one.
Damn, natural beeswax lip balm is good. It smells so good.
So you didn't get more.
I got 2. I'm good.
Okay, so what? Let me roll this first. First day of travel. What are your plans? Who's doing what in terms of accommodation, money? What?
Do we
who's doing
find
Yeah.
a farm?
what? Yeah.
I think that's another thing.
Each day, things will be around,
Okay.
and then depending on what you're trying to do, I may or may not roll for other things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think the two of us would probably just end up using spells as much as we can.
Yep.
We've both got pretty good utility kind of spells.
Yeah. What spells have you got? First and second level spells.
Okay, let's see.
I've got
Just trying to think of things that would be useful.
Magic
for
Mouth
farming
Ritual,
merchants. Yeah.
and that lasts forever. So I can, I could alarm people's doors, or you know, people's like pig pens. When the pig pen opens, it makes a big sound or something, so that the pigs don't escape. You know, so you can tell if someone's trying to rob you. Whatever.
That's
Nice.
so specific. I love it.
I don't know. As an example, healing word, vicious mockery is probably not that useful.
yeah.
Message, that's only like 120 feet, so that's not that useful. Mage hand, silent image, suggestion, heat metal. That's second level. That's,
Mildly useful.
yeah, you do some stuff with heat metal.
Yep.
Lesser restoration is probably
That's actually
quite useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that
also
would be very valuable.
Cure
my
everyone's pox.
my ability to make stuff. It only lasts for an hour, but like no, it doesn't. It lasts for like 3 hours, 2 hours or something. But like could be enough. Like I make a piece of equipment that does a thing that goes for 2 hours.
Okay.
You know, like I don't know, a grinder or a
Cider press.
yeah, cider
And
press.
D, what have you got that you could bring to the table?
I think I got shape water,
Don't know, I
Yep.
don't know.
catapult. I've got detect magic and comprehend languages. Then I've got featherfall. I'm not sure how that would be helpful, but if some people are climbing trees, I could be
Or
on.
doing roof repairs or
Yeah,
something.
I could be like on defensive duty. I got identify. I got acid. I got Tasha's caustic brew. I got the floating disc that can move shit around.
These all sound like drugs. We're gonna drop some acid, and then I've got some floating discs.
Yeah.
Pop a few of those.
Can we get some floating discs?
Also, I've got Earthbind, so if there are birds around, birds of prey that are fucking people about, I can use Earthbind to bind them to the ground and they can get shot in the head.
Wow.
I got Enlarge, Reduce, so I can make... So if there is like a dog that wants to hunt down rabbit holes, I can make them smaller. But also if there's like a farmer that wants to like move some boulders or some shit, I can make them bigger to move some boulders.
Okay.
And then I'm
like that.
I'm not done yet, calm down.
Don't make the boulders smaller, make the farmer. Sorry.
Do you know the limitations of the spell?
Yeah. I don't think it works on
Stay
objects.
on your lane.
Told.
Oh my god.
Then I've got invisibility, so if you want to play pranks, I'm up for that. Robbing is...
You can
not
do
okay.
objects, by the way.
Huh?
Enlarge, reduce, you can do objects.
Every
There's a
time,
limitation on the size of things.
every time I tried to do magic in our previous campaign as a barbarian, Philippe was like, "Stay in your lane."
And then you've got...
We're a very magical barbarian.
I was fucking awesome.
That's pretty much it. I've got loads of other
Bullshit,
shit, but
that's
that's
what it
the
was.
It
useful
sounds
one.
like you
It's
have
a
a few
miracle
things.
she lived on.
For
Shit,
every
yeah.
spell slot, every first... Right, so we'll do a roll for persuasion for each of you.
That'll be how willing they are to.
And that'll be
pay
how willing
money.
they are to pay you and how much they would be willing to pay you.
Yeah.
For the most part, they will be willing to pay you for your services.
Mm.
It's just determining how much they value that.
And then roll a d12 or a d20 or something to see how many spells they need.
I'll just say however many you want to spend, you'll get money
But, like,
equivalent to that.
One of yours is a ritual. You could just do that
Yeah.
forever.
There would be a
There might be
limitation
time-
to the
time
amount of
constraints.
that.
Yeah.
It's like 11 minutes or something
Something like that.
cast. So
And the ritual one will cost me the use of my
creation thing, because that's the one that I need to make the, I don't know, whatever it is, like diamond dust or something like
okay.
How often
Okay.
can you use Magic Mouth?
that. I think for one use of my creation thing, I can cast it something like 20 times, like some massive amount.
There you go.
Yeah, and I can do that 4 times, so like a huge amount. Nice. What do you want? What do you want to say? Listen to my voice in the
4.
listen for my voice in the whispers of the trees. You will find me long after this message is gone.
And
Nice.
then it goes, and it
Can
disappears.
you show the camera?
Yeah,
your
can you
beautiful
show that?
drawing?
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Thanks. I didn't
Look at
do
this.
like a.
Yeah.
It
Look
was
at
just.
this.
Ah.
That is.
I'm capable of a lot better.
What am I?
Oh,
Where am I?
wait.
No, no,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's down a bit,
Down
down
a
a bit.
There you go.
So cool.
That's a beautiful
That is
pamphlet.
gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I didn't realise I really have found my calling now. I'm going to be a door-to-door preacher.
Yeah.
No, not a preacher. A prophet.
Missionary.
Am I a
I mean,
prophet?
you
What
would
am
be,
I?
You would,
A missionary.
yeah, you'd be a
I
missionary.
mean, I'm appointed by the deity, so that makes me a prophet.
Yeah,
Right?
that's,
Yeah,
that's a bit of
yeah.
a profit. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I would have got like too big for my boots or anything, but
I'm not a missionary. I am.
You're
I
the
don't-
Amber Messenger.
I don't
You
want to
know-
sell myself short.
Yeah, no one's saying Messiah, but you know, like some of us might be it.
You know the thing where if if all the Catholics but one in the world was gone, that guy would technically be the Pope.
Mhm.
You're the only worshipper. Technically, you're now the Pope.
Technically,
You're the Pope.
Tree Pope.
You're true
Tree
Pope.
Pope's going door to door.
Yeah.
Hello.
she's so down to earth, that Pope.
It's a startup. It's a startup.
Get in on the ground floor. I'll make you cardinal.
I just need oh no. I'm going to be so corrupt.
Yeah.
I need a puffer jacket. The Pope has got a puffer jacket.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like
Oh
a win-
my
like a
God.
floor length
That was
win-
fake.
That was
That was
it.
fake.
That was it.
What?
That was an AI fake.
Yeah. He was also.
You're telling me that something on the internet was fake?
He was also a DJ.
I was like, yeah.
Oh, well, no, I
Okay.
don't mind admitting I totally
It was
believed
cute
that.
though. It was very cute.
I believed it.
Okay, coming back to the game.
Oh, sorry.
Philippe and Josh, if you roll me a persuasion check, I'll see how many people are willing to use your services, and then I'll determine based off of that roll how many people you can
Persuasion?
do casts for.
They'll probably like
How
be.
much money?
They would probably be a bit scared
Are
of
we doing
magic.
this like one? Are we doing a roll every day?
Natural 20.
I'll do a very quick roll, but we'll,
There's 3
18.
weeks.
Nice.
That's
Oh, wow.
2 weeks.
14 rolls. Okay.
We'll just crank them out
Okay,
pretty
cool.
quickly.
Wait.
Do you want us to
It's
roll
like that.
14
Okay.
rolls?
Well, tell us how much they're going to earn that first day. and
Yeah,
I'll keep
Should we just
tally.
do week by week or something like one roll for the week? Something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we
Up
can
to
do
you.
Yeah.
Half
Otherwise,
week.
it's gonna be like.
Or do like 4 rolls.
Or
There
yeah,
we go.
four
So
rolls.
it's
yeah.
Four
two
rolls.
rolls a week.
Multiple
Okay.
rolls, so I
Okay.
don't.
So do you want us to
So-
roll straight away?
Yeah, what was the first one that both of you did just now?
14.
29.
And the
Sorry,
29.
18. 14 plus that 4.
18. Okay, 18 and 29.
29!
29, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not 20.
For the first half of that first week, Philippe, you get 3 people offering to pay you, and you'll make 90 gold.
Baby.
14 people will
Bro.
pay you for your services for those days.
Fuck yeah.
The sizzle sells the steak.
He's taking all my he's taking all my business.
Compton.
You're like, how about I do this for you? And I was like, how about I do this for you, but handsome?
Oh my goodness.
And
I want to link at home.
you'll get 230 gold.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm
I got
gonna
90.
every time I see something that I have never tried before, I'm gonna lean into my sensates thing, and I'm just gonna try everything. So like all of these people make their own like home produce of
Yeah.
this and that, right? Like yeah. So I'm
Everything.
and I'll spend as much of the gold that I make as I need to, but I am gonna try like even the weird, gross, snail's vomit, pate or whatever
the
that
like
they have.
Swedish fish that's been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. I will try
They're
everything.
real local.
I'm gonna
Mm.
yeah,
Is it Swedish
do
or
my
Finnish?
my sensei thing.
Okay. So the others, what are your plans for those 3/4 days?
I'm doing manual labor with my dude.
Manual labor.
Do you need help proselytizing in this regard? Like, so in terms of sending the word of the gods,
Yep. It would be a religion check
Yeah.
from you to spread.
I just
your
need
religion.
help from Link to make the paper, and I need help from you to make it beautiful.
yes, would that make me have to make a roll, or would that provide advantage for her?
Provide assistance so you can do a religion check with advantage.
Okay.
And that would be me occupied with that time. I don't get.
Oh.
I'll let you do other things because you're doing some writing, but I'll let you do some
You're
other
proficient
manual
in
labor
this, so
stuff.
surely you wouldn't need to expend too much.
That's the
like-
downtime on your downtime.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing at
That's like
nighttime with your
bedtime
short
before you go to
rest.
Sure.
sleep.
Yeah.
Like, just do a little, like...
But I did say I will commit to this, so I will fully commit to this. So you know what? I will eschew working for necessary. Why am I?
This is
doing
why
this?
you're poor.
Shut up!
Like, I have a great idea.
I love
I
it. It's fine.
committed to this.
Why don't you just do one for me, and then Link can be like a
No.
printing press?
No, I said.
Yeah, it's fine. You're obsolete.
If he's putting
That way.
putting that much effort in,
Done.
I will let you double your proficiency bonus on the thing as well.
I will
so
do
I'll
that.
give you an extra plus
Are you
2
sure?
on
Yes.
your roll.
I'm old,
So you have advantage
not
and plus
obsolete.
In terms of like the conversion success.
I will do that.
Oh, for fuck's
So
sake!
it's a religion
So
check.
not
with
only
advantage.
is he not making, you're not making money, but he's not making money, so you can make no more money.
Hey,
Oh.
I will be rich in
Choices
other ways.
It's
Yeah.
fine. We've got other.
But seriously,
Roll
if
other
you
parts
just
of the
want to
week.
do like
Month.
one for
I'm
me,
sure.
and then I have a hard copy.
It's what.
So
Hashkar
zero
would
money
do.
for Kyle on manual labor for this part of the first
Yes,
week.
For this part of the first.
Well, I will also be asking for donations. How about that? And you can have all my donations if I get anything.
Sure.
All that copper.
Hey,
Some
you're
buttons,
rude.
Some apples.
You're very
This is
rude.
Philippe's talking about.
Fun
You're very
revolution.
rude, Philippe.
Live the
How does that
others.
sound?
You're right, yeah.
Sure.
You can note down 12 gold straight.
For what?
Manual
Work
For
that
me.
time, Yeah.
Yay!
So,
It's much more
religion
lucrative
check,
to be a wizard.
advantage.
Much more lucrative to be a wizard.
No, it's
The-
a bard. You got 230
The
gold.
thing you consider here is that they're expending resources, so if I roll an encounter
That's
during
true.
these days, they won't have those spell
That-
slots.
That's not good. That's only 12.
12 with advantage plus your proficiency doubled.
Oh. 40.
14. Okay. So for that first period, roll me a roll me a d4.
Oh, I don't have one.
Jump down this
No,
tree.
no, D4,
No prop.
Minecraft
man.
style.
I'll train as a
Oh,
lumberjack.
that's a
I got
one.
this.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what you got.
I got
This is-
Yeah.
During those first few days,
It's actually
it's
quite
slow starting.
easy
You
one
do
for you
get
to
one
put on
person
trees.
that commits to worshipping the Aleki.
Nice.
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 I bet to keep it a tally
Yeah,
now.
you should probably keep
Yeah.
tally, yeah.
Keep a tally. So you have successfully converted one individual to Mialeki's cause at the moment.
Nice.
You get 1 gold point.
I'm sure
Thanks,
you
friends.
figure out. I'm sure Carl's already figured out why I'm angling for this.
Mm-hmm.
I will commit the Hashkar's ideals,
Yeah.
his central
Yeah.
ideals of who he is,
Yeah.
for potential eschewing monetary gain for potential god points.
Did anyone donate?
Um,
Can I roll something to just check it if it's my due?
Yeah.
You donated food to leave.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Just like,
I'll
shut
let you
up,
roll
here's
persuasion
2
for that
copper.
Can't imagine that.
I mean,
Ah,
People
shit.
do that.
that would
Yeah.
work.
People literally do that.
15.
15. I will say that you get 8 gold.
Oh!
Whoa!
Fucking
Oh,
hell.
hang on. if you're eschewing monetary gain, does that mean he's not supposed to take it?
Well, his monetary goal.
My monetary goal in terms of like me not working.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You're
Can
good.
I? You can have it all if you want, but I was thinking maybe I should put some aside for Hazel because Hazel doesn't really have anything.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
is
yeah,
Hazel
fine.
doing manual labor with us?
Hazel could totally do manual labor.
Yeah, I'll
Hazel could earn
give
her own stab money.
I'll give Hazel 6 gold for the work.
Can't get a
She's
job.
not skilled.
Okay.
Oh, poor Hazel.
Well, she's
No,
got
that's
a new
fair.
body. She's not used to it. It's not something.
You
She's
just-
done.
Like
She
a
keeps
child,
breaking
like-
everything. Like, oh god, these big hands.
Yeah. I know.
Sorry.
Okay. So let me roll for things that happened during this first period. So, for the 4 days you are traveling, on the 3rd day, you, whilst you are actively traveling across the places, you spot a herd of cockatrice.
Oh, I was looking at a picture of a cockatrice today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. You see a herd of cockatrice, and they are running across the fields towards a particular set of crops.
That's real bad.
Oh, they're gonna attack them crops.
Oh no.
If we save the crops,
Speak to them.
farmers might give us some gold.
I can speak to one of them. I can't speak to all of them.
You can't speak to all of them.
Can I?
Because you. She
You
can
can't do spell on yourself.
Yeah, you understand all animals.
However,
The cockatrices are like aggressive.
It depends on their intelligence as well.
Very aggressive.
cockatrice are not animals.
Oh,
fucking
they're
more, mate.
beasties.
They're not. They're not beasts.
They're not beasties. They're abominations.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
They're monstrosities. Yeah.
Mind sliver.
Picturesque was really cute.
We should help the farmers, because they might give us some, thanks in the form of
We should probably help them
monetary
anyway.
reimbursement.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How far away are they from us?
You can easily get to them.
How many?
8.
Do we know ways to scare, like,
Nasty, yeah.
to scare these things?
Roll me a nature check.
Go away.
How many
Shoo.
spell slots
Get
will I have used up at this point?
So
I'm around, I'm a sheep.
you've used 14 slots over the course of 4 days. So what's 14 divided by
So-
4?
I've got, over the course of 4 days, I would have 16 level 1s and 12 level 2s.
Okay, so count up all of those slots, minus them by 14,
Divided by 4.
and that's how much you've got left over all 4 days,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then divide that by
And
4.
divide that by 4.
Does that make sense?
Also, I have the what is it called? Fuck, I haven't played D&D in a long time.
Just a dragon.
What is it called? You know, I recover spells because I'm a wizard on a short rest.
Yeah. Arcane recovery.
I can recover, so I have a few extra.
You've only used 3 over the course of the 4 days though. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So that's the only people that actually employed me, so that's how much I got. Okay.
Yeah.
So I should have spells. I'm ready to like mess them up in that case.
How many spell slots is it that you would have used a day?
I would have remaining 3.5 spell slots a day.
3.5. Okay, I'll say that's 2 first level and a second level.
Cool. I'll take that.
Do I need to worry about that? Because I haven't used that
You'll
many.
get your arcane recovery, which just
Yeah,
lets you get the spell
negates
slots back. So
Nice.
I got the scaredy one. I can make people scared.
Yeah, we know.
Hashkar.
Cause fear.
Should we go?
There are smarter ways, but in case we haven't,
How many are there?
in case we can't
8
come
total.
up with a better way. I
can do silent image.
Are they big?
Make it big.
They are probably about the size of a gnome.
A gnome. Fuck 'em.
Gnome,
Kick 'em.
Stop.
I was like, is this
ready.
like horses?
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
to run. Like, I'm ready to run and punch
Carpus.
this shit.
Yeah, but like getting all
Do
this.
they fly? Do they have wings?
They have wings. They do not fly.
Chickies.
They're like chickens.
Oh.
Not abyssal chickens.
No.
I'm
not
gonna
fucking
say
with those
apologies. They do fly. Yes.
Oh.
That's it. Doesn't matter to me.
If we scare
I'm
them
still
into
stabbing
another
them.
field, we can repeat it.
We just keep rounding them up.
You are so dastardly.
If you could speak to them, we could just set up a racket and just go town to town.
Yeah. Come
mean
just
actually-
comes in. Oh, no.
Well, the
You
the
can-
brothers Grimm from that movie.
Yeah,
the
you
brothers
can
Grimm.
speak to beasts, so maybe we should just go into the forest.
They're not beasts.
No, but I know, but like we fuck these
Oh,
guys up.
fine.
Yeah.
We go into the forest, we find a bunch of boars, and then we just like every day it's like the Pied Piper. Like we send the boars in, and then we're like,
You're
oh,
so
that's a shame.
dastardly.
I reckon we get rid of those boars for you.
That's alright. Leave it.
Okay, so you're going into attack.
Down there now.
What is your intention with these cockatrices? Are you going to kill or are you going to?
I choose violence.
I am
I wake
assisting.
up every morning and choose violence.
They're pests, right? I mean, they're gonna keep coming back and ruining people's crops. It's not like they're not divine beings or anything. They're like pigeons. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna punch the fuck out of them.
Okay. Instead of going into a full-on combat for this particular encounter,
Yeah.
I'm going to have you all.
I don't know what anyone else's intentions are, but I'm punching the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have for this particular encounter. I'm gonna have you all roll me an attack roll,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see what comes as a result of that. So everyone roll me an attack roll. Whatever you're doing, whether you're casting a spell or physically attacking, do me a roll for that.
Oh yeah, it may do actually.
Oh, so
What does it say? Show us again.
well, I'm doing silent image.
Yeah, you're trying to scare them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna make a big sort of thing.
Should work on it.
Maybe like scare them in a
Oh, no.
way that's
Well, we
gonna
also
funnel
never
them
think of this.
towards.
Just a spell.
Yeah.
I got a 25 for
That will be
punching.
a
Yeah,
spellcasting check. So whatever your
Nice.
spellcasting modifier is.
Okay.
20.
Nice.
No, I got a 2, so it's gonna be like
2.
5, 6 or something like that.
I'm
Okay.
not adding anything.
It will be an attack roll. Whatever.
Alright. My man.
Hashka?
I'll assist. I forgot your OG now. I thought
You don't need to do
Brady.
an assist.
Brady,
Roll
sorry.
me an attack.
Yeah, I will.
Also,
21. That's what I got.
I got a 25. Josh got to reroll because of magic
It's an
time
attack
shit.
roll.
Uh,
It's an
so I
attack
got
roll.
a 19 now.
It's an attack roll.
So,
So plus 7.
oh, 17. Sorry.
17.
I didn't realize she was looking.
Okay.
Gonna make a giant scarecrow that's like
Oh my god, that is actually terrifying though.
chases them towards
If
it.
I saw a scarecrow coming at me,
Yeah.
Okay, with everything
I've seen too many
combined, that is enough to basically just straight up eradicate half of them before you even have the opportunity. Yeah. So you have very effectively defeated these cockatrices. For that,
Well, now we,
Roast
now
cockatrice.
we need to convince the farmers to pay us for our work.
whoever's going to talk to the farmer, roll me a persuasion check.
Do not fail us.
You got this, smart man.
Do you want
Give myself inspiration.
Can you do that at this
No.
I can, because can normally do.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's
18
Ooh.
plus 9 is
Nice.
That's nine.
27.
plus 4.
Nice.
Okay, how much is that in total, sorry?
31.
31?
That's
Okay.
quite good.
Doesn't matter.
I cast suggestion as well.
I cast friends.
Yeah.
So,
Take my house.
they will pay you 46 gold.
Damn.
Nice.
Taking the cost price.
nice. I got a note of that.
Pay the
Wealthy
muscle.
farmers. Pay the muscle. They did do a lot of the killing. Everyone else did. The
Should we
sort of-
just split all of our extra gold at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
There ain't no party pot in this party.
What's up top?
Don't worry, I'll be generous.
1 glass of milk for you.
I'm a river to my people.
I feel like we all earned that.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah, that's definitely. We can split that.
I will allow.
Okay. So that first half of the
Brady
week,
would just be like, shut up, fool!
that first half of the week goes by. So that's the first 4 days. So we've got the next 3 days. In terms of gold, I'll give you the same amount again.
Yeah.
Yep, as before. I need a persuasion check from Philippe and
Joshua.
and religion check with advantage.
That's just ready.
Unless you're choosing to do labor
Ow!
instead.
Ow! Ow!
I think I've put it good.
I just
Are you okay? Are you guys okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I moved the chair back,
I just moved my leg.
and you moved your leg.
He moved the leg at
Oh.
the same time, put the chair
Okay.
leg, and then he said, "Why did you move your foot?"
Okay.
It
Let me
was
give
an
myself
accident.
inspiration.
Hashgar, so what are you doing this time? Are you
24.
helping?
24?
This is
Okay.
the new day, like
This
you
is
said,
the
the day.
second half of the week, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to give myself inspiration.
17.
17. Okay. So,
And Hazel can do the same as well.
yes, same amount.
25.
25. Okay. You get 12 days D, 12 people offering to pay. You get 10 people offering to pay.
Alright.
So, I will roll how much.
Only this only
I don't like it.
further exaggerates the martial mage divide. You know,
Keeping in mind that if there is a combat encounter, they have, like, if there's
They
a
do
proper
have
combat
the-
encounter, they have a very diminished resources.
I mean, D is usually okay, because you get that stuff back on your short rest. But, yeah. But it is interesting. It's a boom and bust thing, isn't it? Sometimes you'll get a lot,
I'm
sometimes
all
you
about the
won't.
boom.
Whereas we're just like steady,
Steady.
chipping away.
170 gold for D.
170.
Drinks are on me.
Love it.
Up,
He never means
up
it.
to 1 gold.
in total.
Total, not a drink.
For all of you.
The drink is on me.
Yeah.
The water's on me.
100 gold for.
Jeez. We are fun. Why do we do this in the Beastlands? Fuck that.
There's nobody in
There's
the
no one there.
Oh, I
your
got a
religion check
steak.
was a 17, correct?
These are like rich
14.
landowners.
Roll me 2d4.
2d4. Oh, I have a d4 actually.
Come on, Converts.
Thanks.
Converts, make this worth it.
Oh,
Yes!
that's a 4 and a 1.
Five. You get 5 more converts.
Oh my god, like a whole family.
Yeah.
I
Roll
love
me a
my
persuasion check.
leaflet.
Yeah.
Oh, that is 22.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're following growth.
This bit here I've got labeled as God stuff.
God stuff.
As in
God
gum.
shit.
Nice.
So funny.
Okay, so that is. You get 83 gold.
For the church.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my own temple one day.
We can like commission like a
Okay.
shrine
So
in the
the
local
remaining
area, and then
3 days.
Get
You know.
people to leave donations there, and I'm just gonna like speak.
no, like have your followers. When we leave, have your followers keep.
Keep the momentum
That's
going.
what
Spell slots.
Christianity did. They stopped it
So
on
we've
an
got
island.
3
Built a
days.
temple.
You
Oh,
got
it's
10
the
people doing
Yeah.
work, and you got 12 people doing work. So we need to do a little bit of maths here. So however many spell slots you have in total for a course of 3 days, divide that by
7. So 14, 21. 21.
21. How did you do it before? Sorry, you did.
I said add up all the spell slots that you used and subtract that from all the spell slots that you possibly have,
Yes.
and then divide that by how many days.
Yes. So you have 21 spell slots.
21 minus 12, was it?
12.
So that's whatever that is, but then I regain half of that back. Because of
Like a wizard.
Okay, so wait, how many? So you have 21
21 total,
minus 12, which is
And I
considered to do
re-
that math.
and I regain half of the 21. So
21 minus 12.
9.
9.
9, yeah.
So you got 9 over 3 days, and you regain half of that. So
Not half of 9, half of 21. Well, it's up to my half a third. It's up to my wizard level.
So
So
you
if I'm
got
level
2.
4, I get 2 level 1s and a level 2, or 3
Or
level
level
1s.
Or a level 2.
Yeah, 1 level 2.
Those formulas you
level
never
ones.
thought you'd
Yeah.
need in your life again.
So
this feels like trying to figure out knitting patterns.
1, 2. So I can regain up to 6 level 1 or 3 level 2.
Over those days.
So 9 plus 6 is
15.
15. So 15 spell slots
For
over
3
3
days.
days. So that's 5. You
It
have
could be
5 spell slots.
Half
every
level
day.
1s and 1 level 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Per day. 2 level 1s and 1 level 2 per day.
Yeah.
Something like that. And you
Yeah.
figured yours out as well. 3.6.
Yeah, I've got 3.6 remaining.
3.6 repeating, of course.
Okay.
Repeating.
It's actually relevant now.
Yeah. What's
Um,
gonna happen to us this?
So keep that in mind.
This is
how many
exciting.
spell
I
slots
like
you
this.
have.
This
Yeah.
is fun.
It feels like a montage almost.
Yeah,
Kind of does.
absolutely.
That's
And you
the
can
whole
see like the
vibe.
gold like falling into the
So you
bag.
figured
And
your-
yet it still feels
Figured
quite
yours out.
fast paced. It's not like
Yeah.
sluggish. But yeah, this is good.
We just have a little bit of math. But once we figured that out,
Study wizards.
the algorithm should be nice
I
and
can just keep punching shit.
efficient. But that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you've expended
Will
resources.
I still have key points?
You still have all your key points.
Yeah, because I don't need that for manual labor.
No.
So, you want to get really manual.
We come up on our second day of that, so this is the 6th total day of travel since you left the wandering trio. You are probably closing in here, sort of towards where this fire is in the middle.
Nice.
Obviously, you're not at the base of this fire.
No. But like
You're behind
it,
that.
yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Let's
as you
think
travel
about it three-dimensionally.
three-dimensionally. So you're probably about there at the moment. And as you're traveling, and you sort of looking around, surveying the views, you see 4 figures riding on the back of what look like giant lizards.
Oh, not 4 horsemen.
3 humanoids.
It's a bit above our level.
4 humanoids.
I think we're just going to go back to the
4 giant lizards.
They're probably real friendly.
Do the lizards look aggressive?
The lizards themselves do not look particularly aggressive.
Are the 4?
Are they like Mad Max vibes?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, what's the vibes? Are these like roving bands of like heavily
Roll
armored
for
knights? Or
vibes.
As these things begin to approach, you start to make out a few features in regards to these individuals that are astride the giant lizards. There are 2 on the outside, and you can see they have armor on, and it is glinting in the sun.
Beautiful.
They are huge. They are, for the size of the lizard, they're almost the size of the lizard. And you can see that they too also look fairly lizard-like. They have heads similar to that of iguanas. Their scales are brightly colours, and you can see that they have a sort of like flared crest.
Ooh, beautiful.
And you can see that the armor itself is bronze and glinting in the sun, heavily polished. They are flanking what appears to be a youngish looking girl. And I say youngish, I mean with adult wise, probably about 18ish.
Okay.
So quite young in its features.
Young adult.
Young adult, yes. And you can see that they themselves are wearing a sort of glowing chest piece of what looks like studded armor, but it is glowing.
And do they look human?
They look human, yes.
Huh.
And
How?
beside them, you see quite a large looking male human wearing black armor. The armor itself is very practical and suited. There are a couple of spikes coming off of it, but that is about the extent of the intricacies of the armor. What you do particularly notice about this individual is that his arms are not the same color as the rest of his features that you can make out. Like his face is quite white. His arms are not. You can see that his arms are actually red.
He's Australian.
Frankenstein Australian.
To say he's British in Australia.
It's kind of Thomas team.
You forgot to put
Right.
sun cream on his arms.
I'll say these individuals are probably about 250 feet away. So they're making quite fast progress towards you.
Directly towards us.
Are they charging?
They appear to be going at significant speed.
Yeah, they might.
They might just be travelers, just like us.
Not
Going
that
in the
pace.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
It's
Let's-
very
we
large
can,
distances.
Can we can't outrun them. We can. They're
One
mounted.
person might be able to run
Yeah.
a horse.
I got my I got my
Magic
Some
carpet.
horse.
I feel like
Yeah, you can just go up.
I'll just go up.
I feel like we
I'm going
we
up.
ground pounders find a defensive position.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah,
send my
patient defense.
can I send my little
Wait.
birdie and look through it to try and see if I can notice any discernible
Like
badges
a video
or
game
anything
character
like that?
just waiting for you to press OK.
Yeah, so you send your little bird out.
Do we notice skulls, heads on spikes?
That's it.
Roll me a perception using sight.
Why is it so satisfying
I
to
know.
do that?
I need to see which kind of stats to use. Should I just use owl for now?
Yeah, use owls, fine.
So advantage
I
on
love the outfit.
hearing and sight.
TikTok and Instagram. Where it's
So
like, "Choose your
that is a
character," and
total of
they're
15.
just standing there and then they go and their outfit changes. And then it's so good. I've seen so many people based on Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Next
Send
time
my-
there's
See when I'll send them to you.
Balenciaga.
Okay.
So it's like some filter. Yeah, it's like a filter thing that makes everyone like really like model looking like super.
Oh, like chiseled.
Yeah, but they do it on all of these different. So there's like Lord of the Rings Balenciaga.
Okay. So you specifically notice this symbol.
Yeah.
The symbol.
And it is emblazoned on each of their armors.
It should be
Oh, no.
the correct
And-
way up if you look at the badge
And
back.
D would know this symbol, wouldn't he?
You would know the symbol.
What would D know? D know about this symbol?
D. Your
would know
necromancer
the
eyes
symbol.
see.
With your evil eye
fuck.
see.
Yeah.
Can we see the symbol? No.
You can't see it.
No,
Just D.
it's not us.
Oh no. Oh
A
no.
piece of paper.
I don't like this.
Yeah,
This is
trying to
bad
interpret
vibes.
Carl's writing.
I know what it is.
You wanted
know
to
what
check
it
for
is.
vibes?
I did want to check for
This is
vibes.
bad.
This is bad vibes.
vibes.
Bad vibes.
Oh no.
This
You
is
have
really-
250
We
feet.
failed the vibe
This is
check.
really bad vibes. I would immediately say bird return, and I will also come to you, and I'll be like, "It's the Doom Guard."
What?
Ah, fuck.
Are these the guys that are after you?
I think so.
Oh.
You said there'd only be one. You said they'd spend a small.
Who would spend a team for this
If-
guy?
Do we stay in fat or do we run?
If they're after me, I could lead them away.
And who's going to protect
But
you?
then you're in. Yeah, then you can be in trouble.
We stand
Once
in-
you fly up, they'll just go, well, we can't get him. They'll turn around and get us so they can torture us.
All right.
Well, I
What
could fly.
do we have anything
We
that's
should
defensive, like
stay fat.
a guarded place that we could like?
If you're looking into this, I'm
Make
gonna
for the
put it on
hills!
Make for the chicken coop.
I don't like the look of their equipment. They have shining shit.
They do.
your
It's like
15 doesn't notice anything else.
But
Okay.
That's what it notices.
but they may not immediately.
I knew we should have been better with our disguises.
They would have found us one way or another.
They seem to know exactly where we were. They literally were coming towards us.
Exactly.
Can anyone
Wear,
disguise
like, a
him really quickly?
tracker or something?
I don't think it's gonna help.
I have a disguise.
Disguise
kit.
self.
Oh. Can you do that?
I have the spell.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
god!
Why have we not been doing this whole time?
Yeah.
I've been saying
This
we have
seems
to
like a
disguise
really
ourselves.
useful thing.
What do
We
you look
disguised
like?
ourselves so many times.
Nobody listens to the pretty monk in the corner. That's right. I just called myself pretty.
I am
What are you
G.
gonna do about it?
The sorcerer.
G.
I'm just saying this. We don't necessarily have to immediately choose violence. We
We
can
don't.
let them initiate that part.
Who are you?
Should we try
fucking
and
Hashgar.
treaty with them, or is
Let
that
me
what you
disguise. I'll disguise
We'll
myself.
find out what they want
I
first.
think we give him up or there's violence. I think those are
I
the
think those are
options.
the
I
options.
don't think they're going to take anything else.
Well, we're not giving him up,
That
obviously.
may
I don't
not
think that's a
be.
good-
I'm saying they're options. You know, I'm just saying we've got options.
It's your
Well-
best buddy. Come on.
Beautifully
Yeah,
curated
well.
hedgerows.
Yeah, they're very
Are we on a
nice.
fa- Is this a farm?
Yeah, you're sort of
Like in
travelling
the
through
fields?
farms and fields, yeah.
Nice.
Well,
We're
I would
walking
just.
through cultivated land.
I think we should position ourselves in defensible positions.
Why does that guy look like a vampire?
It does look like Strahd. And
That's my Strad model.
but I would disguise myself as a different person.
Where's Hashka? It's in.
He's
okay.
already
Oh,
said
so
he's
I would
out.
like to be
Can I help?
Blonde.
a blonde human.
Also, I'm arguing this because one, I don't want to die, and also Hashkar's actually local, so
Yeah.
he'd side with these guys.
A blonde
You
human.
would side with these guys? Shit.
He'd
What
hear
if you
them
We're
out.
yourself
serving the
look
greater
like my
law.
brother?
He'd hear him out.
Yeah.
Like a version of my brother, because then they'll be like, "Oh, we don't know D. This is my brother."
I could if you mention it. I would.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think about it.
D, make yourself look like one of our relatives.
Jar Daddy.
Alright, go for it.
Sure. Yeah.
Place yourselves.
That's the only. I didn't really have contact with your brother.
So each of these are like vine.
Like vineyards.
Like a vineyard, yes.
Okay.
So
We could-
all of those are relatively high,
5 feet.
So we could-
10 feet.
probably
like,
about 5 feet or so.
Difficult terrain, so we could get through it to be a struggle.
Getting through it would be a struggle, but
Right.
you can get through it. Probably about difficult terrain in terms of traveling through it. In terms of hiding behind them, as I said, they're about 5 feet. So
You can crouch.
if you're really tall,
And is that the
they
way
will
they're
provide
coming
you with
from?
some cover.
Where are we?
Yeah, so where are we? for this?
We'll say that you're on the left-hand side.
By Alex's
Can you-
notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Alex's notebook.
I move.
Let's. I mean, we won't have time to do much, but
No.
we could position ourselves in the best.
You should be
Positions.
behind everyone.
Yeah,
right at the front.
Maybe wizard's not at front.
I'm not on the floor. I'm on my carpet.
Yeah. But like I'm thinking if you get down to our
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
lane, then they won't notice you doing your disguise self.
Oh yeah.
Just as you
And
go
you can
behind the
just, like,
tree.
I would go behind the tree and disguise myself.
And then when you come out, you're just like, "Hello, folks."
Be like,
But I-
zipping yourself up, like,
No. Same clothes,
Yeah.
but just I look different.
Maybe you guys should as well. Because they might be looking for someone who's traveling with people that look like us.
They'll be looking for army
Problem
guys.
is, not all of us can disguise
get
ourselves. I can disguise
I
myself.
must
we
be
can
the
use that
Link
as like
in
a high
disguise.
point.
They've
I
been
don't know where
told
the
that
others
there's
are.
a group
I can
with
disguise
like,
myself
you
with
know,
time.
person that looks like this, blah blah blah. If a couple of them are
Did you have a-
different, they don't match the description, it might
Yeah, I can
help
check
bamboozle
clothes.
them.
Right.
Yeah. Are you flying?
Yeah, I'll be flying.
Use that as a height just to indicate that you're not ground level.
Yeah, I'll make a new personality. I'll Julia Roberts.
Ooh,
That's the vibe.
That's the vibe you're
But
going for?
tiefling Julia Roberts, so fangs.
with that laugh, that booming laugh. Nice.
Yeah.
Are you looking like...
Tiefling
My
Julie
father.
Roberts, that's doing something to me.
Alright.
I love it.
As soon as you do that, I'll be
It
like...
was like the first thing that came to mind.
The sprite's like,
That's the only thing that I can think of. Just go with it.
Well, don't get him in trouble. Just be cool.
Yeah.
You always
Alright.
have a crush on my different personalities. It's very endearing.
Just remember, your name is Eliak Atald, and you have a wife called Diva, and a son whom you love very much, and you're very proud of him.
The other one, right? You have a brother, don't you?
I'm gonna give you up. I'm gonna give you up.
What's your brother's name?
Never gonna do.
I literally went straight there as well.
The stream
they
is
won't know it.
completely frozen.
Risa.
and,
Risa.
Riso.
Sound is
R-A-S-O.
very crackly, apparently.
Someone watching.
Definitely gonna give.
Is it I Am Woman? Unfortunately, without restarting and rebooting the Wi-Fi, I don't think anything's going to solve that.
No.
We've had red
We'll
drop
keep
frames.
it recorded then.
Yeah, I'm recording it so people can catch up on YouTube.
Well,
but
not playable, so.
I'm sorry.
Isn't it?
Unless we stop and reboot everything.
It's like 9:30.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
it's not
we're
worth
pretty
it.
close,
Probably
but
was just
So.
pushing through.
Okay, cool.
I
So,
did notice it about half an hour ago.
yeah.
Sorry.
So, we have D
That red
that
square.
is taking the persona of
That's
Iliac.
square.
Should be great.
We've got Julia Roberts looking.
Leggy, cute little skirt, but it's secretly shorts.
Nice.
Who do we know?
So I can still
Hashkar is
kick.
Hashkar, as far as I'm aware.
What do I need to disguise?
Exactly. You've probably got about 40 seconds before they catch up on you.
Cool.
I'm
Spite is
already
just floating.
new
Yeah.
in terms of my race.
That's true.
And
Hood.
No.
No?
Yeah, I'll just look the same. I mean,
Yeah.
if they know you, they're gonna know me.
okay.
I'll just look like give myself like a nice regal sort of riding outfit as I trot along on melody.
Okay.
That's good.
So,
Nice double
as they approach closer, you can start to make out a few more details surrounding these individuals. At this point, yeah, as I said, they're probably about 60, 70 feet. That looks about right.
Very
on that
non-threatening. I'm
map.
just like adjusting my top so the boobs look really good.
The lizard-looking individuals.
Howdy.
You can see that they have kopeshes.
Like the
What
sword.
now?
A kopesh,
What
so
is
it's
a
like a curved sword. If you think in Game of Thrones, they have
Curved
the
sword.
The Khalasar.
it's almost like a sickle,
Sword.
Gotcha.
like a large curved sickle sword.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You can
So cool.
Oh, very nice.
you notice that they have them, and that's in their right arm, and you can see that in that it actually has tubes that seem to go from the base of the weapon into their arms.
Oh, they're
themselves.
gonna drink our blood.
That's weird.
Oh dear.
The
I don't like this vibe at all.
That's weird.
the person in glowing armor, you
The
can see.
human.
Yes, the female human.
Yeah.
With the glowing studded armor, you can see that they have a dagger with them, and the dagger itself appears to be made of a green metal,
Okay.
and strapped to the side of their waist, you see a book. The large human male, the redness on his arms, that appears to be muscle.
Oh, like flayed skin. I just realized I can't
Okay.
change my clothes,
And you can see in,
so I don't have a sexy dress on. Sorry.
and you can see that in his hilt,
Mm-hmm.
there is a handle to a sword, and the handle itself appears to be wrapped in like a white material, similar to that of his skin. And the blade itself appears to be just floating specks of ash.
Right, okay. We don't want these guys to approach us.
No.
When we reach to a point where they're like close but not too close, we could just shout out and say, "Who goes there? State your intentions. This is Alia Catald of Bytopia.
Just give him the address.
We are here in business."
And as they do so, they sort of slow down the pace of their riding lizards. And
Didn't lizards.
yeah,
Sounds like it.
giant riding
Don't
lizards.
like it. Don't like it at all.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. You can fight them.
And
It's a good XP. It's a good XP.
the man with the black plate will look up to you and say, Are you not Dolion?
None of us here
Goes by that name.
by that name.
And you see he reaches down and grabs his sword and holds it in his hand. And it sort of shakes a little bit and points directly at you.
Oh no.
Divinings.
Yeah.
To what end is this? What is your purpose here?
We're here to bring in Dolian Mentoroso. He has committed crimes
Why do you care?
upon Sigil
Why do you care?
and the factions.
What the fuck did you do?
Nothing. I stole the body. It was already dead. It was decomposed and dead.
Why do they care?
He stole that body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
Have it
something.
back.
I'm gonna try something which many sodomites in the Victorian times used to do towards cops and be like, well, isn't there something we can provide you with? Can you just, I mean, you could just name anything to make this problem go away.
Yeah, no, that's them naming.
You must be awful alone.
Dolion Mentoroso is to come with us.
Well, he's not here.
And there's nothing you want more than that at
That is
all.
my task. I am bound by this.
You need to get into
Who
this
are
now.
you? May we have your name,
It's
please?
just never gonna work.
I'd like to see a badge number.
But I tried.
It's not a cop.
You are Dolion, correct? And he looks directly at you.
I am not Dolian.
I'm not a very convincing, sexy woman.
It's very good. I just think.
Dolian Mentoroso.
Died.
He is long dead.
But
That
like, I still
that
think.
character is that person is dead.
I think like that guy doesn't
According-
have skin on his arms. They're a bit preoccupied.
To the faction of the Dustmen,
It's not you. It's not you.
this is no longer correct.
I think they're wrong. You're the wrong man, mister.
I do not have the wrong man. My Doomblade says you are he, and you will be coming with us.
If he comes, would he face trial or execution?
He will face trial for his crimes.
What is the crime that this Dolian is accused of?
Theft of a person. One who has seen the next life.
Out of character, can we all remember that crimes in Sigil are being punished very harshly right now because of the new person?
I don't think.
But also, all the other factions didn't want to be involved in getting me back. Only these guys accepted the bounty, right?
That's
Someone
true.
protected me from some other shit. The Mercy Killers got, right? The Mercy Killers did not accept the contract to get me back.
According to Lucretian, the Harmonium, Fraternity of Order, and Mercy Killers have all been
Pacified.
dissuaded from executing this. The Doom Guard were hired on a private bounty by the Dustmen, and that is what Lucretian is
It's
told.
your old boss, isn't it?
What if I tell him that?
Mm.
Just tell him that. See what he says. Say,
It's the top.
the main lawful factions that usually carry out these jobs have deemed this case unworthy. Why have you followed through on it?
We are to see the decay of everything. You are an individual who has wished to be decayed. We will be executing this.
This I've heard by reliable sources that Dolion is no longer a member of the Dustmen.
This is correct. However, he performed a crime whilst under the act of being a member of the Dustmen.
And there's not a fine that we could pay.
That is to be determined by the Dustmen. We have been sent to bring you back so that you can answer for these crimes to them.
we could prove that this Dolian was in fact already dead.
And how would you do this?
Hypothetically, if we could prove it,
What if
would that drop the case?
What if I could? What if I'm telling you right now that the body that Dolian retrieved was given to the Dust Man irregularly?
That is for you to determine with them.
That's for the trial.
We have been sent to collect you so that you can answer to them.
Can we put a pin on it?
No.
See, we
Well,
have,
it's a shame.
yeah, we have some stuff we still need to do here before we head back to Sigil.
Would you like to join us?
Is the only answer here to take Dolian with you? He's not here, but if he was, to take him with you, or violence.
Correct.
It's up to you guys. I'll go with him
We
if you
can.
want me to.
Well, we can probably. Maybe.
I'll go with him if you want me to. And you can continue your thing. I'm sure I can legalize
We
this
can't.
way out of it.
I think.
I'll legalize it. I'm capable.
I think you're going to be executed.
Yeah.
Though, like
Get me from the.
like Brady
just
said.
Just get me from Avernus here. Or
Like Brady said.
If your soul gets
Yeah.
popped into the thing
I
again.
mean,
It
I'm
might
on
just-
borrowed time.
It might just be a show trial. They might just make an example of you. It looks like they're cracking down on
Thing is, it's a-
anything and everything.
This is a private thing. Like, there's the reason.
It's a private.
The official factions didn't come from. This is a private matter.
True.
So
Is it
this
fair to
might-
assume that this
this
is a
might
private
be like
bounty?
more
This is a
private.
private bounty. That
It's
is
more
what the creation
privately
says.
motivated than like
So-
institution wise.
But
So
then.
what you're aware of
Yeah.
from your research, because you did a bit of
But
research
that
into
may
all
not
the
help us.
factions.
I'm ready to
the
fight if
Doom
everyone
Guard?
wants to
That
fight.
sounds like.
we can fight. I just feel
Basically,
like this is not going to
create
end.
individuals
things
known as
in a good
Doom
way.
Lords.
Yeah.
Hmm.
These Doom Lords are given a job, and that job is the only thing that they can execute.
I see.
They
So-
are
Yeah,
bound.
they have no.
They
Yeah.
exist for this.
They exist for this. They are physically bound. So what you have noticed, and this is again coming from your research, this weapon that he has, it is made of his own flesh that has been flayed from his arms, and he is not to receive that flesh back
Until it brings Dolian back.
until he brings Dolian back, and that is his task.
I would just say to these guys, I don't think there's a way out of this. We either fight him. Or I go with them.
quietly.
How confident are we in terms of fighting? I'm not too confident. I feel like we can if we're lucky, but I'm not too confident.
We got a couple of tricks up our sleeve still.
I can't ask you to do this though.
Come on. We're sticking with you. We're not giving you up.
But who's to say that not more won't come after these?
Exactly.
Well, they probably will, but we'll give ourselves a bit of time.
We will buy time, but that might not be.
Um,
And we'll set that bad example. The second group may not negotiate.
if I say to, if I leave here now, will you leave my companions alone?
Our quarry is not with them.
So we could follow.
What's the name of the town that we're going to?
The one that you're heading to now,
Prosperity. is the-
Prosperity.
I'll meet me in Prosperity in 4 days. And I fly off.
What?
Okay.
Oh, damn!
We will end the session there.
Okay, sure.
Oh.
There's a third option always, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. We will end the session there.
Damn.
Thank you for joining us at the Hodgepodge Tavern. I hope you've enjoyed yourself today. The music has come from Pocket Bard. Please give them some love. And I will be doing a quick experience tally. And we'll be back in a moment. So please stay tuned. Thank you for waiting and welcome back. So, I have done my experience point tally based off of the things that are going on, and each of you will be receiving 380 experience points.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
The way that you handled the cockatrice got you a fair bit off of that.
Yeah.
But also, you know, coming up and expending your resources and coming up with a plan for the what you're going to do for each of the days.
Doing an honest day's work.
For doing an honest day's work, I'm awarding you some experience points for that.
380 was that?
You shouldn't get experience for that at
380.
all. You should be discouraged. Get a negative experience.
So, on that note, that will lead us towards the blips that we run for every week. So if you would like to obviously nominate people for each of our 3 things. The first one that we'll have is a creative use of a spell or ability. Who do you feel encompasses that sort of ideology?
Preaching.
Yeah. I was gonna nominate Alex for
I
Not
actually
only-
didn't even think about that.
organizing your pamphlets, using both
Aw.
Hashkar and Link's
That's fun.
skills to make it like awesome, and then actually getting
Couldn't have
some
done
more
it without this
followers.
guy though.
Yeah, getting more followers. I think that's awesome. It's really
Thanks.
creative.
It just came like as a random thought. You
Yeah.
didn't plan it.
Yes.
It was fun.
Asha
everyone's in
committed to her
agreement?
cause.
That will be
Committed
120
real hard.
120
Thank you.
experience points. On the note of that, do keep track of how many people you convert.
I am. I have a book.
That's
now.
really gonna give you
Five,
that god
five
power.
spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You
you'll
have to
have.
burn their souls to gain a spell slot.
Oh jeez.
Oh, God.
No,
Oh,
but
jeez.
it will be relevant. Next up, we have heroic, selfless, or furthering the party goal. Who do you feel encompasses
Well,
that today?
I mean,
He
literally,
ran. He
He
ran.
was willing to give himself up.
True, but he didn't.
And no, but he still diverted.
He was willing to avoid a fight.
He took the heat
To
away
save
from
us.
us.
Bravely ran away.
Yeah, I think so.
I call it
100%.
strategic retreat.
Selective participation.
Yeah.
I
I agree
think.
with that. I agree.
Yeah.
Alice having such a hard time.
Negative XP for cowardice. Negative XP.
So that will be 120 for D.
I will agree with that.
Finally, we have intangibles. So who do you feel deserves like some
I think
recognition?
Kyle has to have it for fully committing.
And for
Give
Yeah,
it up
for
yeah.
refusing to take gold from
Yeah, that's true.
He just
donations
took-
Refusing
as
to take
It
well.
was
gold.
proper detrimental
Yeah.
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 to his
That was a good
pockets.
roleplay.
Yeah.
I was going to give him a belief point after all this.
I
but
don't think
maybe
he needs
won't.
it. I don't think he needs it. I think he got XP. I vote for Kyle for XP.
I will stab you.
XP and XP only.
If
I think you should get both.
Of
Yeah.
course he should. Of course he
Yeah.
should. But I still think you should get experience for helping someone else. Because
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
get gold.
Yeah.
okay, in which case you gain a belief point,
Yay.
and you also gain 120 experience points.
Very nice.
How is everyone sitting at experience
I
points
am
now?
450 from level 5.
Is it
I don't know. I can't
5,900?
6,500.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm far from her.
My page is like
So
broken.
So
I'm at
Fireball.
I'm at 5,799. So
5799.
I'm
That's pretty close.
yeah, but not imminent.
Depends if we fight these guys.
Yeah, that might tip us over.
They just give me beginning of next session just doing a bombing run because I
Yeah,
pretend
yeah.
to go like, oh shit, I'm level 5 now.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Hey, if you solo them, you get all the experience.
What do you have to get it?
I'm still very far away.
6,500.
Still like 1,000.
I haven't.
XP
I've
away.
been doing this, but I haven't done
Yeah.
it for a while, which is weird.
I'm about 800.
That's unlike me.
So I've also made a decision
You were ahead
in
of me.
the
You were just ahead of me.
absence of having a functional chat for the poll.
Yeah.
I am going to act as
Arbiter.
the poll.
You just get to pick someone because you're the GM.
Oh.
I get to pick
Nice.
someone because I am the DM.
I like that. That's fun. Who
So
is your favorite player this session?
That's rigging the
Pick
dick.
me! Pick me!
That's not fair.
Maybe there's something I
For
can do.
oh well, in that case, Kim.
For impartiality.
Level up.
For For impartiality purposes, she should get negative experience.
Yeah.
Just the absolute cheek of these little gay men back in Victorian England. Like, isn't there something you want? So cheeky.
But on that note,
You
for-
can't pick me now. 'Cause that would be
You
fantastic.
can.
It's-
Yes,
it's-
you
it's
can.
It's not
You
actually
can still-
favoritism.
No.
I was going to say, for the fact that you had the absence of anything more than you're using your skilled labour, and for using your skilled labour,
Put it on the character sheet.
I would like to nominate you.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady wins.
You don't have to pick me. You can pick someone else.
No, I think it's
What?
relatively fair and
Yeah.
balanced. Everyone else managed to get a bit more gold because they have things that they can do, or in Carl's case, he is portraying a belief in ideology.
Power!
So I think it's fair.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Excellent. So, on that note and weird little bombshell of gay men of Victorian England.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Thank you very much for visiting us at the Hodgepodge Tavern again.